Hey guys, welcome back to BARROVAIN Made. Now today on this episode, we have a little bit of a different one. We're making a pencil holder. Now before you guys start thinking, oh god, these videos are getting worse and worse, this is a little bit of a more sleek pencil holder, something with a little bit of a grace to it. This isn't just a block with a hole in it with some pencils in it, because that's what I currently have right now. And I also need a pencil holder for my room, because obviously when clients come to me and they ask me to make them a table and stuff, I have to do a SketchUp. So yeah, this would be a good present for anyone that has to work from home, or if they have an office where they use pens and pencils and stuff like that. Just a nice little sleek thing. You can make a little stocking filler. And the best thing about all of this, it shouldn't take too long to make. It should be a quick little project. So I'm gonna quit rambling. I have this piece of oak here. This is from an old fireplace. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just going to clean it up, decide how big we want it, where we're going to put everything. So let's head over to the surface planer. Let's get this old patina off of this board, and then we'll go to the table saw and we'll start cutting things up. So stick around, let's do this. So that makes short work of that. Everything's all cleaned up now. It's looking a little thin, but it's just a pencil holder. It doesn't need to hold a lot. If you wanted, you can sand it, or you can get a hand plane and do the exact same thing. I got a surface planer, so I just use a surface planer. But let's put this away and let's head to the bench, draw out everything we need, and we'll go cut it out on the table saw. So I'll see you on the bench. So the way I'm going to do this is just going to measure out a little bit. And because what I also want to do is I want to cut out a base, and then I want to have the other side tilted up like that, so then we can drill down and have our holes going up. So we're just going to go rough with it. We're not going to do too much precision. So obviously we need to square this side up and stuff. So I'm not too bothered about the thickness. That seems like a good enough length. What is that? Oh, I managed to get that pretty much bang on 14 millimeters. 14 centimeters. So do the same on this side so we can avoid this hole. Right, so what we're going to do then, we'll go and cut this rugged stuff off, make it all nice and square, cut these two parts out, and on one of them we're going to do a 45-degree cut and glue it and screw it, maybe even nail it down to there, so we have an opening like that. Or I guess we'll drill the holes first, I'm not too sure. But let's head on to the table saw. So we're going to go ahead, cut these two parts out. Oh, table saw might need to be plugged in, that might be a good start. And while we have the cross-cut sled out, we're going to quickly pop this insert out and get that 45-degree cut. Ah, get out. God damn it. Come on. There we go. Lift it up. It doesn't have to be bang on 45 degrees. You can just swing it over to roughly 45. There we go. That will do me. And we're going to cut a nice 45 degree on this. So let's go. So you can see how that's going to sit on top of there like that. And then we'll have our holes coming through like this. We're going to get rid of this and put our fence on to get rid of that jaggedy edge and clean up the two sides. Where are my two bits? Here we go. Alright, we'll quickly run these through. I've been having a lot of issues with my fence lately. It seems to be pinching in the top and I can't find a way to adjust it so it's sitting nice with the blade. So if you guys know anything in the comments below about how I can easily adjust it so it stops dragging, please let me know, because it's driving me insane. So next what we're going to do is we're going to grab a spade bit. This is a 10mm spade bit, and we're going to put this in the vise at a 45-degree cut. Now the way I set this up is we've already done a 45-degree cut on the bottom. I had this resting on the bottom of the pipes on the bottom of the vise, and I set it so it was sitting nicely on there. So we got that set up in the vise. That just makes it a little bit easier, because then we can chase this down on a straight angle. But we're going to do 45-degree cuts, and we're going to do 8 of them to hold 8 pencils or pens. And yeah, I don't really know what else much to say. Let's just start drilling them. I've marked it all out already. Easiest way to go about it: find your center point, like so. Do a little thing, till it up, and just slowly go down. Now you want to do minimal pressure pushing down to try and avoid blowout on the back. You can also clamp another piece of wood to the back and drill straight through it. That will eliminate all blowout. But if you go slowly and you got a sharp bit, you should be okay. I can feel it starting to poke through now, so I'm going to go even slower. Basically take all the pressure off until it punches through, and that should leave us with minimal chip out. But I'm just going to go through, quickly rush through and do all the other ones. So we got those holes drilled out now. We got a little bit of chip out on the back. What you can do if you do get a lot of chip out is run it back through a surface planer or the hand plane. I've done very minimal. This is something for me, and I'm never going to see the back of it. So anyway, we have room for 8 pencils there, or 8 pens. What we're going to do now is quickly give this a nice little sanding, give it all a nice little clean up, and then we can go on to starting to glue it up and then oiling it. So I'm going to sand it off camera. I'll meet you back at the bench when we are gluing everything up. Right, so we got everything sanded up. It's all looking good now, and I've made the decision that I am literally just going to super glue this down here. This is only ever going to hold pencils and pens. There's not going to be a lot of stress that goes on it. So I thought, what's the point in risking splitting it and waiting for glue to dry and doing all that stuff when I could just put some super glue on it, stick it down, and it'll be good. But if you're doing this at home, the proper way to do it would be to glue it, stick it down, maybe chuck a few nails in there through the bottom or something like that. But I don't want to risk splitting all of this, so let's go ahead with the super glue. Put the super glue down. Super glue is quite thin and oak is very porous, so I'm going to put a liberal amount on there because the oak will soak a lot of it in. Let's go up, line up the edge and stick it down. And we're just going to hold it there for a bit. Now, of course, because we've used super glue, we are going to have to go back around and sand off the squeeze out. Is that stuck yet? No, it hasn't stuck yet. Right. Oh, God. I'm getting super glue all over my hands. That is also another downside to using super glue. We got everything glued up. For some reason my super glue just wasn't set in, so I ended up just putting some wood glue in, and I punched a few nails through. Really didn't want to do that. If you were going to do this for yourself, you'd probably just set it up in some clamps and leave it for the wood glue to actually set, then do the final sanding and stuff. But we got everything done there. The nails are holding it in place for now. So let's go grab our oil. Let's lather it up. Mush it all around. This thing has caused me a pain so far. We're trying to get this glued up in this orientation. So trying to do it quickly instead of the right way actually cost me quite a lot of time. So definitely do it the right way. Don't be like me. But yeah. There we go. It's all oiled up now. Let's wipe off the excess. Alright. There's our little pencil holder. You can put some pencils in. Oh, like that. Maybe you could even put tools in. You see, like spade bits and stuff like that. I don't know. It's like a pencil holder, innit? It holds your pencils and stuff. But yeah, that's the pencil holder. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.